those things that he's been accused of and that you found that are true, do you think you'd be able to look past that if his policies and plan were better for the country?
The answer to your answer to your hypothetical is no. Okay, but his policy isn't better for the country.
Okay. So
why do you think that Donald Trump is a better candidate? We're still kind of waiting there.
Okay, I mean, I'll give you 5 policies that I think you probably.
Purdy, thank you so much for the boxing gloves. Thank you for the love. W. Purdy's in the chat. Thank you so much.
The 10% cap on the credit card interest would be a great thing. Taking off the state and federal tax deductions, the cap on that would be a great thing. No tax on tips, overtime, or Social Security.
Did you just say he's going to take off the cap on deductions?
Yeah, he's talking about that.
So people are going to have infinite deductions?
Yeah.
So just no more taxes.
I don't know about infinite. I didn't actually get too much detail on that one, so I can't really tell you on that. But
you understand, if you don't cap a deduction, if you just make it a infinite like that means that you're paying no taxes. You understand that, right?
Yeah. And I'm okay with that, Dean, because
so he's just going to so just in other words you're saying So in other words, you're just saying that Donald Trump is going to make all American citizens pay no taxes. He's just going to abolish tax.
Well, not everyone's able to. It's not. I don't think it's for like W-2s and stuff. I think you have to be like a business owner, like, or a corporation.
So if you're a business owner or a corporation, if you're rich, you pay no taxes. Yeah. But if you're a W-2 employee, if you're not rich, you pay taxes.
But does that not help everybody though?
You know what, Dean? Dean, just pull yourself up by your bootstraps, buddy. Right? If you want the better tax policy, just do it. Just do it. Have you thought about that before? Just do it.
God, I don't know what the fuck is going on. So
just do it, man.
No, just do it. So just to clarify, just do it. Rich people.
I thought you guys would agree with.
So rich people pay no taxes. Poor people pay all taxes, right?
I think we all should pay less taxes, bro. I mean,
no, but
15% instead of 28%.
You just said that he's going to get rid of all taxes for people that own businesses or corporations.
Dean, I'm sorry, bro. I'm a peasant, bro. I have a peasant mindset, bro. I want to pay less taxes. I'm sorry.
What the fuck are you saying?
Bro, I want less taxes.
Wait, do you want the tax codes to be more beneficial towards the low and middle class or towards rich people?
I think it could be beneficial for rich people and the middle class at the same time, bro.
Yeah, but like if you want to put more of an emphasis on one comparative to the other.
I mean, obviously I'm not rich, so I mean, obviously I would, if it was more geared toward the middle class, then of course that'd be better, right?
Yeah, so let's specifically reference that then. So if it's geared towards the middle class to be better, Kamala Harris's tax plan is geared towards the middle class better.
I mean, she's actually trying to tax the rich more, though. That's the problem that I have.
While decreasing taxes on lower income individuals.
Yeah,
so
that would be great if she wasn't trying to tax the rich more, bro.
So again, Donald Trump doesn't want to tax the rich more because he wants to cut taxes for them mostly.
Tariffs. Okay? He wants to add tariffs.
Tariffs will tax lower income individuals to a greater extent.
Yeah, for sure. To an extent, you're absolutely correct about that. But
all the Parker's saying here is that the average American is going to be better off if Kamala Harris is elected because of her tax policy that centers them, that is made for them. Lindsay, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. And if Donald Trump is elected, the average American is going to be worse off because his tax plan disproportionately favors rich people, and it includes tariffs, which regressively impact poor people the most.
Okay, I mean that's fair, Dean. Now that's not really my big issue when it comes to those 5 policies.
I asked you why Trump was a better candidate, and that was the first thing you referenced.
I just named 5 policies that I thought you guys would at least agree with a couple of them, right? Did you at least agree on like the 10% cap on credit card interest? Was that a good one at least?
Okay. I actually think that will significantly reduce the incentive for people to make and offer credit cards, but I'd have to explore the implications.
It probably would. But I would argue that isn't that the only way banks really make money?
I mean, if you're cool with that, then you want more regulations.
No,
you'd also agree with
would
Biden.
Say that.
Wait. You'd also agree with the Biden-Harris plan to cap the amount of increase in rent to 5% a year. Do
you think do you think it's a possibility that if he put a 10% cap on credit card interest, do you think it's a possibility that they would actually have to lend out more money now to make the money that they want? Or do you think that's just crazy?
No, I think that's just crazy. I think it would just be less profitable and more would go out of business.
Well, I mean, if they're going to start cutting out half
And
their
like,
clients,
I mean, if you think that's fine, sure, right? But
well,
then
do you think
my
they want
point
to cut out half their
is then
clients because
you
of the
must
bigger
care about
risk?
like you must care about like the price gouging. You must care about what I just brought up in terms of the increase in rent, right? You would talk about those things.
So
Not to mention,
what are you asking about
that sounds
the
like
increase
pretty
in
like.
rent?
I have a question. So, how come your name is "Don't Tread on Me"? Then you're actively advocating for the government to tread on businesses more.
That's actually a good point.
I mean,
Yeah.
You know that's a
there's other reasons
libertarian
for that,
motto,
bro.
right?
That's fair. I would say I'm probably more far
Kay,
right
thank you
than
so much for
MAGA.
the boxing gloves. I appreciate you for the love. Let's get some massive W's for Kay in the chat. I really appreciate you for the boxing gloves. Thank you so much.
Yeah, I hear you, bro. But I mean, like, let me ask you guys this: what do you think? Because I've seen her flip flop multiple times on this issue. What do you think her actual plan is if she would get elected when it comes to the pew pew stuff?
Yeah, so I don't know her full position on this. I would expect like universal background checks, red flag laws, and then maybe something related to assault weapons. Donald
I
Trump
agree
wants
with
to
the
terminate
first
the Constitution, which is actively going against your fundamental constitutional right completely. Kamala Harris is not actively coming at your Second Amendment completely. Therefore, she would be a better alternative if you care about upholding the Second Amendment.
I've just heard old clips and videos, and I've seen like all the stuff, So she's talking about mandatory buybacks multiple times, and
But she doesn't hold to that anymore. She doesn't hold that to that
assault weapon
anymore.
ban.
What you're
So-
referencing with the mandatory buybacks, it's from her campaign in 2019, right? We could say that is something that she did support. However, she doesn't anymore, and we know that for a fact. Taylor, thank you for the subscription.
Okay.
And the reason why we know that is because she clarified it at her debate with Trump. She was specifically asked about the mandatory gun buybacks, in which she then responded that she will not be taking your guns away.
Yeah, she said I'm a pew pew owner and that we're not doing that. And then she went on Oprah a couple days later and said something different. So that's why I was asking you guys. I don't
What did
really.
she say on Oprah?
I don't. I was more just asking you guys, what do you think she wants to do? Like if you thought she was going to do an AR ban and assault weapons, you know what I'm saying? That's all I really wanted from you guys.
No
and
indication
then
of that.
my question. I already heard your guys' stance on
It'd be like a buyback
immigration.
that's non-mandatory.
You said what?
Be like
Yeah,
a
I
buyback
agree
that's
with that.
non-mandatory.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm fine with that. But I've kind of heard both of you guys' stances on immigration. So my only question on that is like,
Lovely. Thank you for
how
the
many is
subscription.
too many? Like, is there a number for you guys? Like maybe 30, 50 million, 100 million, where you guys would be like, okay, let's shut it down. Let's deport some people.
Wait, 30 million, 50 million, what the hell? We're not even close to that.
I know we're not even close to that. That's why I'm
okay with
asking
what
you guys.
was.
Is there like a number? Is there
Yeah,
like a number where like you would like be okay
I
with
think I
mass
need to back out because I
deportation?
have like a static. So I'll be right back. Let me come back. I'll tell him the number 3 years.
Okay.
Sorry, it's
Like
not.
14 or 13 to 15 somewhere or something.
Yeah, so
maybe
like
11.
obviously you can pick something that's similar to like what the border bill had, like which is 2,500 daily average for a week and 5,000 for one day, right? That's fine, and I mean I would be okay with it even being a little bit higher than that. But like again, that's more than seemingly what Donald Trump wants because he's saying we're too bad right now, even though we're at lower rates right now than we were at the end of Trump's administration.
Yeah, I think Donald
think
Trump
it's a
needs to be
guess.
way more further right.
Wait,
when
one
it comes
second.
to
Test.
immigration.
Test. Oh man, you got a little bit of an echo on your mic. Hey, don't try to me. I do appreciate you for coming up, man. Evidently, I appreciate you for the lovely music.
White fucking power! You got fucking owned, you racist!
You just started screaming white power.
What a weirdo.
What a fucking weirdo. What the fuck was that?
What a weirdo.
What the hell?
What just happened?
You just started screaming white power. Didn't he tell us that he was Latino?
I don't know, man. That was really weird.
Okay. Yeah. Do you think we should do a restart?
How many total views do you have? Yeah, we can do a restart.
All right. Hey.
It seemed it was good in the beginning, and then it stopped.
Yeah. I don't know. This
I think
happened.
it's me joining in.
I don't know. This happens. If it happens again, we could explore that idea. But like this, I typically do one restart because of shit like this.
Okay, all right.
Hey, so for the 3,000 people in here, I appreciate you guys so much. We are going to go ahead and hit a little bit of a quick restart on the stream. So everybody hit my profile, count to 10, then refresh. I will be right back on live. So everybody make sure that we come right back in, y'all. I will see you all here very, 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 very soon. Yeah, see you all soon. Bye-bye. BR7, Jamie, Sammy. Welcome back into the live for everyone joining. Make sure that we are double tapping away on that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 30,000 likes here. Incredibly quick and easy. It is so good to see you all. Make sure that you're double tapping. Make sure that you're also sharing the stream out with a couple of friends. But for everyone coming back in from the restart, it's great to see you all. But yeah, guys, seriously, make sure that we're double tapping. And if you're voting for Trump, hop in the queue. We are going to waste no time and hop right into the debates. Let's go ahead and see what our first guest of the night has to say. What is going on, Sarah? Are you voting for Trump?
I just wanted to say that when you guys bring up like people who
You're probably not voting for Trump. I do appreciate you for coming up, and I'd be more than happy to hear from you, but in the Discord, not on here. We are just looking for debates, but I appreciate you for coming up. Hi, are you voting for Trump?
I am.
Okay, why?
I just have a question for you. So, like, if you had to explain Trump in like adjectives in 5 words, what would you say?
Yeah. Okay. Like
Like
he's,
5 singular adjectives.
He's just like a delusional, narcissistic, raging, like liar that also happens to be racist, sexist, misogynist, and he's a rapist.
So I just find it kind of
And a
hypocritical
34 count felon.
I just kind of find it hypocritical for you of all people to call him racist
Why?
because of the things that came out about you recently.
Wait, I don't think it's hypocritical in like the slightest. Like, you know, I think I could hold myself accountable and tell other people to do the same, right?
Yeah, I mean maybe, but I
Like,
don't
what is the fucking hypocrisy?
No, it absolutely.
What's the hypocrisy in me calling out a candidate's racism?
Because you are racist as well.
Oh, I am racist. Okay. So why am I racist?
Because you use the N-word.
Okay. So here's from my perspective. I'd say, no, I'm not racist. However, when I engaged in the use of slurs, I was. Right? But with exposure to education, I was able to deconstruct my bigotry and become a better person, not only apologizing and taking accountability for my past actions, right, but also continuing to give the same education to other people that, you know, shifted my own worldview.
Do you feel that Trump is still racist today?
Yes, I do.
Why do you feel that way?
Because he has a track record of unapologetic racism since the 1970s. Like in the 1970s, he denied housing applications to black people because they're black. In 1991, he called all black people lazy, then affirmed that it was something that he had said in 1997. He called for the death penalty for the exonerated Central Park Five. He said that Kamala Harris, quote unquote, turned black, implying that she wasn't black prior. He said that migrants are poisoning the blood of our country. He called for the deportation of Haitian migrants in Springfield, Ohio, and accused them of eating cats, and dogs, leading a nonprofit Haitian organization to sue him for like hate speech, right? And not to mention that those Haitian migrants are here illegally. We have the Barack Obama birther myth, where he tried to instantiate that Obama shouldn't be able to run for president because he was black. He said that he was born in Kenya. Ebony, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. I really appreciate you. Upon like many other things.
Weren't you unapologetical up until about a week ago?
Nope.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, you're just looking for the gotcha moment. I've been talking about my past use of slurs for the last year, and in fact, my motivation for coming on live here every single day is to share that same education with other people.
Oh, well, I didn't know that was the case with you.
I know, because you just want the gotcha. Plus, you don't give a shit about racism. Look at you. You're voting for Trump. Your profile picture is a picture of him and your name's 2024. Bridget, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. If you actually gave a shit about racism, you wouldn't be voting for Donald Trump and your name wouldn't be Trump 2024 with a picture of him as your profile picture. You don't give a shit. This is just the new gotcha for the Republicans, and I love it because it utterly fails literally every single time someone tries to run it.
So because I'm voting for Trump, I'm racist. Can you explain that?
When did I say that you were racist because you're voting for Trump? Not all Trump supporters are racist, but all Trump supporters implicitly accept, condone, and perpetuate racism by voting for Trump.
So by supporting you, am I condoning racism?
No, because I don't
It's
perpetuate
racism.
racism. Because I am not racist. I'm actually, in fact, anti-racist.
I
I advocate against it every day.
I feel the same way about myself. However, I don't feel that voting for Trump. I don't feel that voting for Trump makes someone racist.
When did I? Okay, so not only did I not say that you are racist because you're voting for Trump, and then I explicitly clarified that not all Trump supporters are racist. However, you are perpetuating racism implicitly given your support for it. So I don't know what like this is, right? You said that I said something I didn't, and then I even clarified that.
All right, my bad.
So why are you voting for Trump?
Because I believe that his policies are better than
Okay, like what policies? Sorry,
like the
that's
tax cuts and Jobs Act, as well as their Mexico.
Wait. Before we go into that, I have a question. How do you think it's not racist, and how do you think it's not a bad thing to support someone that you know continually perpetuates racism? No,
I don't feel that he's continually perpetuating that to
really.
This
So like when he denies the fact that Kamala Harris is black,
I don't necessarily agree
so
with
that
that.
she turned black. What do you mean you don't? So no, but he
because-
believes that, right? So do you agree that that's racist?
Not necessarily, because when she was voted into the Senate, it was all the headlines where she was the first Indian American. So I'm just
Okay, wait,
confused.
no. Is she black though?
I
And
believe
that's also not true. They were also saying that they were referring to the fact that she was black as well, and she also went to a historically black college and university, right? And she was a part of like a well-known black sorority, right? So like I don't know I don't know why this is relevant, right? So
Well,
again,
you're
my
the one
point
that
is
brought
that
it
she's
up.
clearly black, right? You guys aren't acknowledging that because Donald Trump said that she turned black, indicating that she wasn't black prior, which means that he denied the fact that she's black. How is that not racism under your view?
Well, her heritage is still very confusing, in my opinion.
How is
If
it confusing? It's not confusing.
Are you a
If you
third
have,
grader?
If you have 3 brain cells, it makes sense.
No,
Okay,
if
what's
you
confusing
watch-
about
if
it?
you-
Yeah. Are you a third grader? Like the concept of being biracial is like seriously something I learned in the 3rd grade. It's not difficult at all. Her father is Afro-Jamaican and her mother is South Asian. What is confusing about that?
Who her father is still up for debate. If you watch,
No,
any-
it's not actually.
Wait. What do you mean who her father is up for debate? Would that be the
Kel,
case
thank
for
you for the
Donald
glowing
Trump?
jellyfish. Thank you so much for the love.
Is Donald Trump's father who he was up for debate?
Hunter, thank you for the fireworks. I appreciate
Or
you.
her grandfather or something. I don't really know. But if you watch,
Oh,
the
you don't know
Kingdom-
which one you're talking about.
Wait, why would you say that her father is up for debate?
I don't.
No,
think
they
it-
said maybe the
personally, I don't.
grandfather. Maybe, I don't know. It could be that one. The conspiracy might have told me that it's the grandfather. Maybe not the father.
but that doesn't
I
even
don't know
matter.
which either of them are, but it's possibly them.
But if you affirm that we do know who her father, which we do, by the way, his name is Donald Harris, we would know that he's Afro-Jamaican, right? We have her birth certificate. It states that her father, Donald Harris, was born in Jamaica.
No, but he doesn't believe that. Like, we only dispute Kamala Harris's birth certificate, not Donald Trump, not Dean Withers, not Parker get a job. No one else will we question, especially if they're white, right? Only Kamala Harris. That's your view.
Yeah, this
Well,
is
I
just.
was
Remember
just-
earlier when I said not all Trump supporters were racist, like because you thought that I was calling you racist? Well, guess what? I'm going to make it explicitly clear: you're racist. You're racist. Yep. Yes, you
can
are.
make that. You can make that assumption all you want. I was just bringing that up.
That is not an assumption. That is a fact.
I was just bringing that up because I had recently was listening to the Candace Owens podcast where there was some issues.
Oh,
with,
of course you listen to Candace Owens.
why don't you? So I could. Okay.
Wait, Candace Owens admitted that, like, she doesn't have evidence that, like, any of this is true.
Right, but there is
Right.
Right?
no there's some evidence that has been brought up that it hasn't been certified.
Such as
or,
what?
like, I can't recall what it is, but there's,
So you're just saying that there's some evidence somewhere. You have no
Candace
clue what it
Owens
is.
said it. Okay, that means it has to be real. She denies climate change. I know what she does, but she's got to be right here.
You're not a U.S. born citizen, sir.
okay, that's fine.
You're
And
actually, in fact, you're not a citizen of the United States of America at all.
Okay.
You're supposed
Why
to
don't
tell
you accept that view?
Yeah, you're supposed to tell me that I'm
don't-
wrong.
Because remember, your birth
personally-
certificate could be wrong, right?
Personally, I don't.
You're supposed
My
to like,
birth certificate could be wrong. Dean's birth certificate could be wrong.
Yeah, and
Donald Trump?
Personally, I don't care. I don't care if Donald Trump was not from America. I don't care if Kamala's from America. But I don't hate.
Then
on
why the
Donald
fuck
Trump
did you?
because
Why
she
are you why are you
because
not
she
acknowledging it's
questioned-
racism?
I don't feel like Donald.
Can we
Trump
also
questioned
acknowledge
it is
that
racist.
this lie, this birther myth, has only existed for the two major black candidates for president, and has not existed for any white candidate ever? Like, this is just literally racism. You are using a black woman's blackness against her. That is a fact. This is racism, man. You are actively perpetuating racism. Tell me why
Benita, think of the $5.
this
Thank you,
birther
Benita.
myth has never existed for a white candidate. Name one white candidate ever in which we've had a large sect of either political party questioning either where they were born or who their parents are. Please give me an example.
I don't know, but I think we could definitely question Donald Trump's, in my opinion, and I think Donald Trump's could be questioned as well. I don't feel that questioning it is racist. I'm sorry.
Do you really question Donald Trump's birth certificate?
You could if you want.
No, do you?
Isn't his
And do a
isn't
vast
his dad not from
percentage of
America?
people do that?
Isn't his dad not from America or something?
No, his dad is. His mom isn't.
Oh,
you know what I
sure.
think?
Okay.
Jana, thank you for the $20 on PayPal. I
Also-
appreciate you for the love. W's for Jada in the chat. Thank you for the $20.
Your mom not being from America does not mean that you were not born in the United States.
No, but you could see where that may lead to some people.
No, this is fucking
No.
conspiratorial bullshit. I love it how conservatives, as soon as you talk about trans women, they're like, but the science, but the XYXX chromosomes, you're so delusional, you snowflake, you're out of alignment with reality, you have no clue what you're talking about. We need to trust the evidence, the science, this, that, and the other, and you create this fundamentally flawed worldview where you instantiate that the conservative is base, and you're just aligned with science and that is in biology and that's like the objective fact, and that the liberal is just way off in left field engaging in like Delululand bullshit. But as soon as it comes to questioning where a major party's candidate is from or like climate change, all of a sudden anyone could think anything. Truth is subjective. Question without reason. Do whatever the hell you want. It makes no sense to me. And Ebony, thank you so much for the boxing gloves. I really appreciate you for the love, Ebony. And Charlotte, thank you for the $15 on PayPal. Let's get some massive W's for Ebony and Charlotte down below right now. I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, I mean, I guess personally, I don't feel that it's racist for anybody to question that, but we can move on to something else if you'd like.
It absolutely is. Wait, I have a question. Am I white?
I believe so. I don't know. I think so.
Wait, why?
Because you appear that way.
Okay, so your threshold for deeming me as white is just your like subjective quality on my appearance, but then your threshold for deeming Kamala Harris to be black goes beyond appearance, also then goes into a higher standard of evidence beyond a birth certificate, higher threshold of evidence beyond knowing who her father is, their relation. It's so strange to me.
No. I think Kamala is black. What I'm saying is, if people want to question that, I don't feel that that's racist.
Oh my god, you suck. You're just giving us fucking
Yo,
balls.
Tessa, thank you so much for the $50. Thank you so much for my dad officially voted Harris. He FaceTimed me today to show me his mail-in ballot. You changed his vote. Keep going. Let's get some fucking W's for Tessa and Tessa's dad in the comment section right now for being on the right side of history. Let's get some W's for them right now in the comment section. That is fucking incredible to hear. That is great fucking news. I really appreciate hearing that, everyone. Let's fucking get some W's in the chat right now.
Wait, I have a question. So if a white supremacist walks up to like Latino on the streets that isn't speaking English and they say, "Go back to where you came from. You're an undocumented migrant." Is that like racist or xenophobic, or is that prejudiced at all?
I feel that it is, but I feel the same way when someone with an accent.
Okay, we're gonna stop
Hey,
there.
hey,
We're gonna
hey.
stop there because I'm not done with my point.
All right.
So then if you call that prejudice, I don't understand why you wouldn't hold that same attitude towards like someone such as yourself, right? Outright denying the fact that Kamala Harris is black on the basis of no evidence.
Right, almost like the same way when someone comes in here with an accent, you immediately ask them if they're from a different country and not voting in America, and then you kick them.
So first of all, that's just
I do
not what we do.
I do
at
not
all.
do that every time.
Yes,
Right.
you do.
not what we
Every
do.
single
I
time-
do it.
every
I do it
single
with.
time someone
I
has
will
an-
do
every
it with
single-
like European
every
accents.
single
though.
time. Every single
I
time
do it with
someone has an
European
accent,
accents. That's literally it.
every single time someone has an accent, you ask them what country they're from, and then you ask what time it is,
if
and then you
someone
kick them.
if someone has like a German accent, right, for example, right, what is the likelihood that someone with a German accent is voting in the United States, right? It's pretty low, right? Because I typically get people on my live with German accents who are not. But if someone does not have a German accent, let's say they have an accent, right, from any other part of the world, right? I'm not going to assume that they're not from the United States because plenty of people have that accent in the United States. It's just the proportion of people who have European accents or like British accents that are in the United States is pretty low. But there are some times where people do have British accents and they are from the United States. That does happen.
Also, I'd like to add on there that we don't deny that they're a U.S. citizen. We don't automatically kick them off of our live. We ask them a clarifying question such as, what time is it?
Yeah, because like the proportion of people who are on my live with British accents, the likelihood is that they're not voting here. They're just coming on here like to troll me or something.
Sure. I mean, I get it. I just feel that might make some people feel bad because you're judging them based off of their accent.
Yeah, if you have a British accent, I'm going to judge that it's likely that you're not coming on my live to debate me, right? And that you're coming on my live, right, to like troll me, because that typically happens on the live with people who have British accents.
The United States,
and I'm fine with doing it because I'm also, like, by the way,
people, so-
ethnically speaking, I'm literally European.
Also, Victor, thank you for the $25 on Venmo saying fact, guest is a racist.
I mean,
Absolutely,
ethically
Victor. I
speaking,
appreciate you for the
I'm-
love. Let's get some
I'm-
W's for Victor in the chat. Thank you so much for the $25. You are phenomenal.
Yeah, like, what's your critique of me doing it specifically for, like, European accents? Like, given that I'm European.
I'm not saying European. I'm saying any accent, and I was relating that to the point that Dean made about.
I don't do it with any
going to someone
accent.
with
Neither does Dean.
Going up to someone with an accent in public. That's why it was brought up.
So you're telling me there's no difference between a white supremacist telling someone that isn't speaking English to quote unquote go back to the country where they're from, and then us asking what time it is for someone with like a British accent on the live to verify that they're a U.S.
Well,
citizen?
obviously, one is much
Bro,
worse.
someone literally just said that
correlation.
Iowa is an ethnicity in the chat. I'm going to cry.
I'm obviously one is a lot worse, but I'm saying there's a correlation.
Yeah, I don't think me or Parker or anyone in the chat sees it.
Okay.
Santan, I appreciate you for the $5 on Venmo. So I just want to clarify, if you're going to call that prejudice, but then you turn around and say that Trump isn't prejudice, even though he's increasing racial income inequities, even though like overturning Roe v. Wade disproportionately negatively affected black women, right? As we'd see that socioeconomic indiscrepancies is a driving cause for a woman to get an abortion, what is predominantly affecting black women due to slavery and its aftermath, right? Just promoting the TCGA that disproportionately favors rich people and actually regressively harms members of the low and the middle class, with that thereby disproportionately benefiting white people and disproportionately serving as a detriment to black people, once again because of those same socioeconomic indiscrepancies caused by slavery and its aftermath. None of that is racist, but us asking for what time it is that for someone that comes up here with a British accent is. Got it. And Tina, thank you for the galaxy. I really appreciate you for the love. Thank you so much, Tina. W's for Tina in the chat.
Yeah, and Helping Humans, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Victor, thank you so much for the $25 for fact. Guest is racist.
All right. I mean, if I'm just going to be called racist, we'll just. I mean, I feel like we can have a lot more civil conversation than just the name calling. But
I mean,
Wait, you actively did do that though, right? Like,
No,
you
I
literally
didn't.
appreciate
I was
the
never
galaxy. Thank you so
racist.
much.
I was never
You-
racist.
Why are you disputing Kamala Harris's birth certificate?
Nope,
Why are
I
you not
never did.
acknowledging that it's racist for Donald
Bro.
Trump to dispute the fact that Kamala Harris is black?
So no,
Burnett,
I
thank you
never,
for the $5
I
on
never
Venmo.
disputed that. I brought up one that I was listening to a Candace Owens podcast that was.
wait, so do you
diving
think that
into
Trump
her-
is engaging in
I
racism
never
when he
said
says that Kamala Harris
so.
turned black?
I never said that I agree. I just feel
Then
like
answer
that
my
it-
question.
it's
Is
something that
Donald
could be
Trump
done.
engaging in racism when he says that Kamala Harris turned black, implying that she wasn't black prior?
I believe that he was. I believe that he was implying to her accents that she's been doing lately.
You mean code switching? Why are you guys going to not acknowledge the fact that systems of racism within our society and people being racist leads to people code switching, right?
Right.
Because they don't want to experience as much racism. And then when they do that, you guys victim blame them for that.
So you think
Like,
she's
what the
code-
fuck?
you
Wait,
think-
also, what the
you think
fuck do
she's
accents
code
have to
switching
do with one's
because-
race?
Because she's afraid that people are going to be racist to her.
Sharon, thank you for the $5.
Wait. Is that not a like a credible like fear for someone who's black in America to have? Is that there's going to be racist people,
I feel that for the
or
everyday
people are going to
American.
treat them differently
So-
based upon those particular types of things?
Yeah,
Absolutely,
maybe-
that is a totally justified, incredible fear.
So you understand that like black children in school are literally indoctrinated into thinking that AAVE is like quote unquote gross slang. You understand that, right? Like in our
is
public
it?
schooling system,
I don't know
from
what
like a
that is.
very young age, even into like adulthood, right? Like black people across America are taught that a totally valid vernacular English is slang, is uneducated, is quote unquote ghetto, right? Because those are the social norms and stigmas that exist, right? And that's just another mode of systemic racism against African Americans, right? So like when you say, oh, so she code switches, so she's because she's afraid of racism. Like, yeah, literally, like fucking literally, like cherry on top. Yes, A plus, 10 out of 10, 100%. You pass the test.
What is
correct.
what is that? What is AAV?
AAVE?
Yeah, what's that?
African American Vernacular English?
So what is that? Is that like a different language or something?
No, it's a different vernacular, right?
Like a different tone? Is that what you're saying?
Oh my gosh. So in terms of dialect, do you know what dialect is?
I do.
Okay, so like you could be referred to as like a different dialect in vernacular, right? That's all I'm referring to. That's all Dean is referring to.
It has to do
Still
with like
English.
it has
So
to do
she's-
like grammatical.
right, so-
It has to do with like grammatical like structures of like sentences.
So she's just speaking in that dialect and we're just misinterpreting it. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, because you're not acknowledging like the reasons why someone who's black in America might do this to avoid racism. Okay? That's a totally legitimate, incredible fear. I don't know why that this is so confusing for people on the right to understand that code switching is a legitimate thing for people to do who experience racism in our society because it's prevalent.
Oh, okay. I didn't know about AAVE. My bad.
Once again, this all stems from you saying that Donald Trump said she turned black because of quote unquote all the different accents she's been using.
Right. And
One moment, Tiana. Thank you for the $10 on PayPal. I appreciate you so much for the love. Thank you so much, Tiana.
because it was
Tiana's in
not.
the
It
chat.
was not.
Do you mind if I
only
finish?
Just. It was not only just.
I would love if you would let me finish. Thank you. I'm going to go ahead and continue what I was saying before I think
90% of the
Tiana.
time, but all right.
I've not. Well, okay, it's my live. You'd expect me to be talking 90% of the time.
All right.
Right, because we have different guests up here day in and day out, right? Like I'm going to be talking for 6 hours straight. Each guest will only be talking about like 10 to 30 minutes. Okay, so that's expected. Anyways, back to what I was saying, right? So you said that the reason she said she turned black is because of quote unquote all the different accents she's been using, right? So hopefully, like me and Parker have sufficiently explained to you like how those aren't accents, how that's not the case, that that's racist or anything bad. In fact, it should be expected given her societal norms. But B, even if she was just genuinely using different accents, what does using different accents have to do with someone's race?
So I don't think it has anything to do with their race. I feel
So
like
then why
it
would that
had-
explain him saying that she turned black?
I can't defend why he said that. I have no idea. He says stupid shit. This is obviously known. There's other reasons why someone might vote for someone, but the concern as she's changing her.
Would you say that using a black woman's blackness against her to further stigmatize the fact that she's black is racist? Because that's what that did.
It might. I have no idea.
Rachel, thank you for the $10 on Venmo. W's for Rachel in the chat. Thank you for the $10.
Why is it
donation.
might? I guarantee if we just like changed the party, right? I guarantee if we were talking about the other way around, you would understand this.
I mean, maybe. I think it stems again from the tone thing, which I would like to go further into that.
Code switching.
It's not, or the code switching. It's not just the AAVE. It's other tones as well, like Southern accents, and then she'll go somewhere else, and it'll
Wait,
be like.
show me her Southern accent.
And how would you like me to do that?
Play a clip.
I can't play a clip.
Alondra, thank you so much for the $7 on Cash App. Thank you so much. Do you want us to give you time? Matthew, thank you for the $1. And Jaron, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much for the disenfranchised Iowan.
I don't know. I mean, we can either move on this. I can't I'm on my phone, so I can't show you.
We'll give you time to go find it.
I mean, it's fine. You can look it up as well. It's not hard to find.
Yeah, just I want to know which one you're referencing.
I have no idea which one I'm referencing. I'm just saying in general, there's plenty of TikToks and other videos on news media.
Also, by the way, like, do you think in the South, with the groups of people who are white in the South, that it might make sense to code switch in that manner?
It might. I just
Okay.
For me, it rubs me the wrong way because you don't see it with a lot of other political candidates. That's all.
Yeah. Which one are you referencing? Like
which one?
Like the Orange Man?
What do you
mean? It doesn't
mean?
happen with Orange Man? It's because he's a rich white man in America.
Not that I've seen, but so because he's rich and white, he doesn't code switch. That's what you're saying?
Yeah, like what would be his reason?
Because I think code
Is
switching.
he going to experience racism for being orange?
I don't think that code switching. I don't think you need to appeal to the crowd in that manner. You can appeal to the crowd by your policy, by what you say, by what you plan to do, not by the way that you talk.
It's easy. I appreciate the head mustache. Thank you so much. I know, but like I do think this is it is the case that you have to acknowledge that that like again, someone who experiences racism would go through certain circumstances like this. So when you don't acknowledge that and you say like, oh, you could have done this a different way, what you're doing is you're completely ignoring that someone would go through racism.
Right.
And then also like nitpicking on code switching as a white guy is the best argument you have against her.
Right, and like I was just gonna say, I can't make a comment on her wanting to code switch because I'm not black.
I think
I didn't understand the whole concept. I didn't understand the whole concept of code switching and why she's doing that to prevent people being racist.
Do you have anything else you want to add on here before we move on to our next guest?
All right, I don't. I would just say keep being you, and I appreciate your your passion for this. I think it's good. I think more people should do it, and I think that is something that the Republicans need to be better at is engaging in younger people like you guys. So I would just keep doing your thing.
Appreciate you for coming up. I hope they have a good rest of your night.
All right, you too.
We're going to move on to our next guest here, y'all. If you do want to support either myself or Parker, Venmos, Cash Apps, PayPals are in the bio. We appreciate everyone so much for the love tonight. And Glorianne, thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. I appreciate you so much for the love. Thank you so much, Glorianne. And Devon, thank you for the $5 on Venmo, saying that we love both of y'all.
Can you hear me?
Devon.
Appreciate that.
Hey, what's going on? Are you voting for Trump?
Can you hear me?
Sure can.
Okay. Yes, I'm voting for Trump.
All right. Now,
Natalie, thank you so much for the $1. Thank you so much for the being orange. Had to be on the full live. Thank you so much. And Santana, thank you so much for the $5.
Sorry.
Oh, I would have gotten you up if I saw that earlier. Polina, thank you so much for the $1. Devin, thank you so much for the $5. And Agbor, thank you so much for the $1. I appreciate it. Thank you.
The main reason is abortion, the border, and my mom wants me to vote for Trump as well because she's a felon, so she can't vote.
Okay, well, let's start with your first point, abortion. So are you pro-life?
I'm not pro-life. I just heard him talking about the late-term abortions, and I don't agree with that.
Okay, so do you think that Kamala Harris is pro-late-term abortion because of her approach through policy on like abortions in the third trimester?
What's in her policy?
Well, the same exact thing as Donald Trump's. That was going to be the gotcha. Under Roe v. Wade, after viability, okay, late term, right, all states are given their rights to legislate on access to those abortions as they want, right? And the same thing would be true given Trump's approach of passing it all back down to the state. So if you think that Kamala Harris is pro-late term abortion because of her policy, right, you'd also have to say that Donald Trump is pro-late term abortion because of his policy.
Well, he said
Bourbon Barbie, thank you for the $20 on Venmo. I appreciate you so much for the love. Let's get some massive W's for Barbie down below. Thank you so much for the $20. That is so incredibly kind of you. And Paulina, thank you for the $1. Go ahead, Marie.
He did say in one of his clips that he doesn't support.
Oh, she's getting yaptured. Welcome back.
Sorry.
We're good.
Someone called me, but he did say that he didn't support late-term abortion in one of his rallies, or I think it was the debate.
You understand that they both have the same like legislational response on those. They both think that late term abortion should be left up to the states. What's the difference between the proposed policy on late term abortions?
Well, I didn't know she had the same policy. I thought she was just allowing abortion all around, like even late term abortion.
No, under Roe v. Wade, it's passed back down to the state. Wait, you're trolling, right?
No.
You are. All right. Apparently, she had reposts that were like pro Harris. So we are going to move on to our next guest here, ladies and gentlemen. Everyone, just do give us a minute. Let's go and get our next guest up in the box literally right now. Everyone, do just give us a minute for the 7.3 thousand people hanging out with us in here today. Make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen. Let's try to get up to 500,000 likes here, you guys. Good to see all of your pretty faces. Make sure to say what's good in that comment section. Hello, are you voting for Trump?
Yes.
All right. How old are you?
21.
What year were you born in?
2003. September 20th.
Phenomenal. So why are you voting for Trump?
Because he's a better candidate than Candace O, whatever her name is.
Candace O, bro.
What?
Oh my god.
What?
Oh my god. What the fuck are you laughing at?
They're trolling.
Dude.
That was crazy.
By the way, your mic is muted.
That was crazy, chat. That was crazy.
Hello.
Are you voting Trump?
Yes, I am.
Okay, why so?
Mostly for abortion reasons, as well as gun policies and things like that.
Okay, so how do you feel about Donald Trump wanting to terminate the Constitution?
How so?
He said that he wants to terminate all articles found in the Constitution.
Oh, that's fine. That's just yap. That's what it is. It's just him yapping.
I have a question here. So yes. You're a big gun guy. You like your guns?
Oh yeah.
So I just want to clarify, like, as a constitutionalist, you wouldn't support like taking everyone's guns away, even if we knew it'd save the life of some more innocent kids, right?
How would it save the lives of innocent kids?
Just assuming that it would. Would you support?
If it would, I would absolutely be for. Yeah, if it would.
You take guns away, but save the lives of more innocent kids. So we know that, okay, well, everytownresearch.org, go check it out. It shows that the more gun control a state has, the less gun deaths per 100,000 residents they have. And gun deaths are the leading cause of death within children. So literally imposing more gun control leads to less innocent children losing their lives due to guns. And similar, give it the $2 on Venmo.
I mean, that's you would think that would be the outcome, but I mean, if you look at
the outcome.
If you look at the amount of felons who commit firearm violence in 2024, it's astronomical, and they're also not allowed to have firearms in the first place. So
I don't know what the hell you just said, but it didn't respond to my claim. So I gave you a source. I gave you a source that would demonstrate that the more gun control a state has, the less gun deaths per 100,000 citizens they have. This holds true 100% of the time. Literally, it is word for word, bar for bar. The more gun control, the less gun deaths. That is a fact. So in other words, when we impose more gun control, less children die due to guns. That is a true fact.
Where are you getting children from? Are you referencing schools or
every town research? You just supply less gun deaths, with gun deaths disproportionately affecting children. We'd see that less children would die as a result of that. I
got you. Is there still some gun death?
I mean, yeah, but it's reduced given more gun control.
Okay, so how many what do you think the rate of firearms that save lives, firearms that are used to
Okay. Now you're just you're just contesting.
Rate of firearms saving lives. Dude, do you really expect like typically speaking that like if some gun violence happened that there's like fucking James Bond that drops down from a helicopter to take out the person with a gun? Like what do you think happens?
I think if someone pulls a gun on someone and somebody else has a firearm as well, then there's a lot better chance of surviving that.
Why wouldn't you think that there's a greater likelihood of people utilizing guns in terms of gun violence if more people have guns easily accessible?
Also, the people that use guns to save lives will still be able to get guns because they're not bad people. Like common sense gun regulation just keeps guns out of bad people's hands. That's what
I
the point of
know
background
you
checks
like
are.
think that, but it's just
No,
I'm
we
for
want those
background
bad people to have guns because we want them in the Oval Office. We want them
for
to have
background
access to nuclear weapons. We gotta let them have access to guns. Violent offenders should be able to get access to guns, right?
So do you think there should be an assault weapon ban, Parker? Because I heard you talking about it earlier.
Dude, again, for me, it's totally empiric space, right? If the empirics indicate there's a greater likelihood of people saved from it, I'm totally okay with it. If not,
Yeah.
right, then no.
Yeah.
Now, would you like to, instead of pivot, acknowledge what I just said? Do you want violent offenders to have access to guns?
Absolutely not.
Okay, so then why do you want them running for president of the United States to get access to the nuclear codes?
Because Trump's already been president, and there was no nuclear codes involved.
There was
there was nuclear. He's saying that he didn't deploy any nukes. That's
I
a
have
terrible
question.
argument.
Yeah, if someone didn't use their gun to commit violence and they beat their wife without a gun, right? Would you let them get access to a gun later on?
Yeah, because the gun doesn't make a single difference in that. Then
So
Are
I
you
just
kidding?
want to clarify: if a gun owner is convicted in a criminal court of raping children, they should be able to still have the right to buy more guns.
no, that's not what I'm saying. You're using an extreme hypothesis, like you're doing. Or,
Hypothesis.
not hypothesis. What's the word for that?
Okay. I just want to get this straight. So you don't think that a man who has literally beat his wife should have his right to own a gun infringed upon because of how important of a right that is? Bailey, thank you for the $10 on Venmo W's for Bailey.
Let's just think about how delusional that is.
But then you
literally
think
just
that women
said,
should
you
be able
just
to
said
get
a wife beater should be able to get access to a gun because they didn't use a gun to beat their wife. That's so insane. Like, do you
Okay.
not realize that's insane?
All right, I see the way you're trying to turn this, and let me explain this. So if someone has a gun in their closet and they never bring it out, why should we just go in their closet and take the gun if the gun's not involved in any
Oh
crime?
my god!
Because they're a violent individual. Why would you want violent individuals to have guns?
I'm
GJ,
not
thank you for the
advocating
boxing
violent
gloves.
individuals to have guns.
I really appreciate you for the love. Thank you, GJ, for the boxing gloves. I really appreciate that.
I've never said
yes, you
that I
did.
want that.
You
Is it-
want
wait, is a
violent,
wife
you
beater
want
a
violent offenders
individual?
and violent individuals to have access to guns. That's what you said.
When did I say that I want them to have guns?
You said that a wife beater should be able to own a gun.
No, I did not.
I said you want them to have access to guns. That's what, because you want to make it legal. I'm saying it should
If
be
they're a felon, I don't
illegal.
believe they should
I'm
have
saying
a
it should be illegal for violent offenders to get access to guns. Because if you have committed a violent
Sure.
offense, I think you are forfeiting your right to have an access to a gun.
That's
Wait,
fair.
wait.
I mean, I would have to agree that.
Okay, so then why do
Donald-
you think violent offenders should be able to run for president and gain access to nuclear codes, buddy?
I mean, that because
Yeah.
what,
So
who's to say
Donald
Trump's violent?
Trump shouldn't have access to guns, but he should have access to the entire DoD.
What has Donald Trump done that's violent?
He's raped a woman.
Okay, is that violence or is that sexual assault?
Is grape violent?
He didn't get convicted of grape.
Em, I appreciate you.
He
for
was
the
held
one
civilly
subscription. I
liable of
appreciate it.
forcefully penetrating E. Jean Carroll's vagina against her will. Do you think that's great?
Sure, yeah, you can say it is.
Sure, yeah. Yes, it is.
Is that a violent crime or is that
Do
a?
you think grape is violent?
I wouldn't say it's violent. No.
What?
Would you?
Forcefully penetrating a woman's vagina against her will is not violent?
It's
Girl,
not
what the
vi-
fuck are you talking about?
It's a felony.
Girl, what?
It's a felony. So you should not be able to own a firearm. Is what I'm advocating for. So there's no.
No, but
point
you
in
don't
the
think it's
argument.
violent?
I wouldn't say it's not. If you get, let's say, assault and battery, I think that's violent. I
No,
think,
you don't think sexual assault is violent?
So wait,
Domestic abuse is violent.
wait 1 second. Assault and battery, you think is violent? So if I were to like slap Parker in the face right now, that would be violent. But
That's violent,
like,
yeah.
But if I get graped, that's
Bro
not
said
violent.
that's fine.
I guess I
That's
can see
so
how you-
crazy,
yeah.
bro.
Actually, yeah, I would have to say it would be violent.
Bro
That's
said
fair.
it was fine for you to slap me.
I think he said no, that would be violent. I think he said violent.
No, yeah, I would have to. I don't know. Yeah, I'd
Okay,
have
so
to
grape
agree.
is violent. So you don't think
I
that
just
Donald
look at
Trump
it. I
should
guess I was
be
looking at different scenarios of that. But
God, think of the $5.
it could be, yeah. It very well could be.
Could be. Girl,
Brittany, thank you for the
grape is
subscription.
absolutely violent.
But you can consider grape to be anything. If a woman decides to have sex with a dude and she doesn't actually want it all the way, but she doesn't tell him he doesn't want it, it doesn't have to be violent.
What?
You know,
What?
if a woman,
again, you understand women assaulting men is also violent, right?
yes, correct. But I'm saying a woman
right in the face.
having sexual intercourse with a man.
Sorry.
Right. So if a woman has sexual,
on, by the way.
I'm sorry, Parker.
if a woman has sexual intercourse with a man but doesn't actually want it, but she's too afraid to tell him that she doesn't, would you agree that was grape? If she doesn't
Unconsensual
tell
sex
him,
is grape.
what?
Unconsensual sex is grape. Coerced.
Yeah, but well, what if she was afraid to tell him? Do you think that's great?
Yeah, that means that she was coerced and engaged in an intercourse with him and didn't give him consent.
Okay, but do you think that every time before you have sex, you say, "Or do you consent to me having sex with you?"
Yeah.
Or do you think there's like mutual consent?
That's a good
and
fucking rule of thumb.
Okay.
What?
So then that's where you stand then. Okay. I mean, like,
Wait,
say
you don't ensure that the person you're engaging with wants to engage with you?
yes. I mean, of course I do, but there's certain things. Like, I have a girlfriend, and of course she would want to. You know, so when we are engaging in that, I don't have to, like, you know, reassure myself because she's
No,
doing it. she'll tell
if
me she
you're
wouldn't.
engaging in intercourse with someone that doesn't want to engage in intercourse with you, you will know. And if you act like you don't, you're a piece of shit.
Exactly, you will know. Yeah.
By the way, I just want to let you know, in relationships, you can not want to do it sometimes.
Absolutely, yeah.
So, like, you should still, like, try to clarify.
Yeah, and I would trust that
Right.
she would tell me if she did not, you know? And then if I see something that I would think she does not, I
No.
wouldn't.
Consent is enthusiastic and ongoing. 110%. That is what consent is, especially when we're talking about intercourse. You're
Okay, so
trying to
what
make
if
the
a woman
argument-
is
one moment,
acting?
You're
What if a woman is acting? Would you believe that's grape still?
yes.
Okay, so then that's not, but that doesn't have to be violent when we're looking at a man. If he doesn't,
What do you mean by violent?
well, we were just talking about, do I think grape is violent? And I was looking at different scenarios of it, and this
Wait,
is
do
what I
you
was.
think there's some ways where kids can be assaulted and it's not violent? Sexually assaulted and it's not violent?
No, if it's a kid, obviously not.
So,
Because
Oh, but if it's an adult woman, then
or an
because
adult
an adult
man,
woman
right?
has
Like,
the mental
are either
capacity
of them
to-
violent?
I'm sorry?
Are either of them violent?
Or either of which
Like,
violence?
if it's an adult man or an adult woman?
What, grape?
Yes. Sommer,
Yeah,
thank you for $2.
I think
Thank
a
you so
lot-
much. And Benita, thank you so much. I
You
appreciate
know,
the
like I was
$3.
saying, I
Thank
think
you.
a lot of. Oh, I'm sorry.
They are gross and crazy.
Yeah, like I was saying, I think a lot of the majority of grape is violent. But like I was saying,
Majority?
No,
So
if
there's
a woman
okay.
acts-
What type of grape isn't violent? Give me a scenario that you think grape isn't violent.
if a woman is pretending to want it and being,
Pretending to want it.
if she's
What
a
the
good
fuck?
actor,
If
and
someone's being graped, what do you mean they're pretending to want it?
like
what
the
the fuck
scenario
does that mean?
I just brought up the scenario.
No, you didn't. What the fuck do you mean?
Okay, so I remember I brought up
How
the scenario.
can someone who's being graped be pretending to want it?
I'm not saying when you hear grape, you automatically think, forcefully. The woman doesn't have a choice. This, and that. That's not.
That's exactly
what.
what it is.
Okay, I believe that's violent.
Okay, so forcefully penetrating a woman against her will is violent. Do you agree?
Correct. Yes.
That's what we said from the very first point. You're like,
Yeah,
that
that's
doesn't
what we're-
necessarily mean that it's violent. And I'm like, what?
Well, because you said a broad term. of grape.
like grape does include coercion. I just thought I'd like add that on. Like Parker thinks that as well. Just adding that on.
Yeah.
Like if you coerce someone into engaging in intercourse with you, like that is grape.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't say that's particularly, violent. I just think that would be like, abuse.
mean
But it
by
wouldn't be
violent?
What do you think violence is?
What do you think abuse
Do you
is?
think mental abuse is violent?
So again, wait.
Yes, I do.
It's not physical. I think violence is physical.
Wait. So okay. So there's a few things we could say here. One of them is that you don't think that assaulting someone is violent. Like sexually assaulting someone against their will is violent. You just said forceful penetration of a woman's vagina against her will is violent.
He's making the argument that somehow violence is something that's super specific, not grape, and is always physical. Do you think that cyberbullying is never violent?
I don't think it's violent. No, I wouldn't go.
Okay,
as far
so
as saying
so
violent.
if there's someone that is like really depressed and they're like on an online forum looking for any help they can, and then someone sends them like pictures of like decapitated humans and tells them to unalive themselves and that they shouldn't be here, and then like a whole like college essay of like the most extreme hate speech known to mankind, that's not violent.
it's vulgar, but it's not violent.
Okay.
It would be violent. It would be violent if someone. I mean, that's
I
just
literally
what-
just described one of the most violent things I could think of.
See, that's not.
I
that's where we're-
literally just fucking described one of the single-handedly most violent things that my brain could literally
Okay.
think of.
So you don't think unaliving babies is violent, though?
What?
What type
That's
of
not
pivot is
violent.
this, bro? Dude, what type of pivot
I
is
mean,
this?
but I mean, I mean, I don't have to pivot. I'm just saying. There's more
Violent-
things
what,
that I
violent
was
towards
looking to talk
what?
about. Violent towards the baby.
Okay. So, do you think someone can be violent towards a rock?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can be violent towards a rock.
Yeah,
What do you
you're
mean
being
by that?
physically violent. You're being. If I hit a rock, I'm being violent because I'm hurting my fist.
If you
If
if you kill a bug, are you violent?
You were just violent to that bug, yes. To the bug, you're
I
violent.
think okay, so I don't know what you mean by violent here. Do you mean so? For example, when you brush your teeth, are you violent because you're killing bacteria?
You can violently brush your teeth, yeah, sure. But I mean, no.
No. Like in typical, when I
You're
brush
not
my
actually-
teeth, is that violent?
No.
But like I'm
No.
killing bacteria.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, you fucking weirdo.
If you're brushing your teeth right, yeah.
He's stupid.
He's a fucking weirdo. Hey, for the 8.1 thousand people, by the way, just that last guess, please make sure to ask your girlfriend for consent.
Literally, bro.
Just-
like,
just wanna
what
add
the
that
fuck?
on. If there's anything that you could part with, just please ask your girlfriend for consent. We're gonna move on to our next guest here, guys. Make sure that we're double tapping away on that phone screen. If you want to come up and debate, drop a maggot down below in the chat. We're gonna get our next guest up in here right now. Trisha, thank you so much for the $2 on Venmo. I do really appreciate that. What is going on, Zach? Are you voting for Trump?
No, guys. Really, I just want to come on here and ask kind of what's your background? And I see you guys pop up a lot.
I appreciate you for coming up, Zach. Our background is just two young dudes that used to be conservative that now aren't. And
My background, 2K. I will drop you off at the park. I will destroy you in a Fortnite 1v1, buddy. What else? Yeah, I'll drop you off, bud, on a video game. That's the background, bud.
That's the background. That's the background. Drop a couple magas down below in that chat if you want to come up and debate. We're gonna get our next guest.
I'll
up
box
in
you like
here
a fish.
literally right now. Back to
Paulina, thank you
like
so
a
much for the
fish.
$1 for the bacteria in your teeth. Thank you so much. Thank you.
So real for the bacteria in the teeth, in the teethies. Hi, Nick. Are you voting for Trump?
Hell yeah, of course I'm voting for Trump. Why wouldn't I?
How old are you?
19.
Okay, you said why wouldn't you vote for Trump? I got you, because he's a 34-count felon. He's a racist. He's a rapist. Right? It's also the case that he tried to religiously persecute all Muslims from coming into our country. He called for a total termination of the articles found in the U.S. Constitution. And he tried to even rig the outcome of the 2020 election, posing the biggest threat to our democracy since the Civil War. Anything
Okay,
else? We could go over a
okay.
couple
I
of
mean-
other points. Like he wants to make the average American worse off. He wants to further destroy our
Caden,
economy.
thank you for the $10.
With
I
tariffs
mean,
and tax
he's done a
policy
lot
that-
of things to help black people.
Like what?
3-point shot hunter, by the way.
Like what?
You know all the things, right?
Name one.
How he like funds the HBCUs.
He actually decreased funding to HBCUs. Obama sent them $1 billion per year. He decreased that to $255 million.
No, he sent them 250 million.
Yeah. So again, Obama, Dean got this wrong. 500 million, and then it was 255 million under the Trump administration, and then 4 billion a year under the Biden-Harris administration. So the Biden-Harris administration increased funding by 16 times.
Oh, so they just take all the credit, huh? Is that what you're saying?
For increasing
They
the
take the credit
funding
for
by
their
16
legislation.
times,
They
yes.
don't get any money.
Again, I just told you 255. Are you okay? Are you sentient?
Yeah.
Wait, one second. I just have a question. So let's imagine that you have a job, right, and you have 3 bosses over 3 months. The first month you have boss 1, the second month you have boss 2, and the third month you have boss 3. On the first month with boss 1, he gives you, let's say, $500 million. The second month on boss 2, he gives you $250 million. The third month on boss 3, he gives you $4 billion. So when boss 2 decreased the funding from the first boss, was he helping you?
I mean, if you're going down, then I mean.
No,
Probably not
yeah, he didn't help
way.
you. He actually hurt you because he gave you less money. Now, replace boss with presidents and replace month by month with 4-year or 8-year terms associated with funding from our federal government to HBCUs.
Okay, well, 255 million is a lot more than $0.
You literally agreed with my logic when it was in the context of bosses at work, and then you disagree with it as soon as it's about Trump. This just shows us that you're like actually illogical and irrational as fuck, and you'll just say any words that you think make sense if it means Trump's not a bad
But
guy.
Trump hasn't done anything good for black people.
I'm waiting for you to name one.
Wait, is $4 billion more or less than 255 million?
It's more.
Significantly more?
I mean, it's more. It depends how you look
Sarah,
at it.
thank you for the $10 on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love, Sarah.
Wait.
W's for Sarah in the chat.
You can't tell me that 4 billion isn't significantly more than 255 million?
I mean, it's just more. I mean, sure, it's definitely more, but I mean, like, I want to say it's like as
It's
much
significantly more,
Dude.
right?
Wait, I have a question. You know how Republicans like to shit on Biden and Harris for only giving hurricane victims 750? Hey, Nick, it's still 750. It's better than 0.
Okay, sure, whatever. Like Trump has been helping out too.
No, he hasn't.
Yeah, exactly. By blocking funding to Puerto Rico, 13 to 20 billion. By redirecting 155 million dollars of FEMA funds specifically for migrant detention centers, like specifically him golfing during Hurricane Dorian while that was hitting the East Coast specifically in 2019, or like him proposing nuking hurricanes. Great idea.
Yeah, and What about the First Step Act?
Yeah.
What pivot is that? Wait, can you tell me one provision in the first? Can you tell me one provision in the First Step Act?
Not right now. But I can literally tell you what he did.
AJ, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much, Sarah. Thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. And Olu, thank you so much. I appreciate the $50 on Cash App for School These Dumb A-Holes. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Ashley, thank you for the $2. Thank you so much.
So the First Step Act actually kept people that were convicted of DRUG dealing off of death row. And now he's actively calling for drug dealers to be on death row. So he's actually contradicting some of the legislation passed under the First Step Act. So insane that you want to bring that up. But if you're curious, the First Step Act was influenced under Obama's administration.
He's pro law and order.
All right,
until he's not pro law and order. Until he is pro law and order about the same thing that he's not pro law and order on.
Dan, thank you for the money.
Okay, Dean, so do you think Trump is racist?
Yep.
So why aren't you voting for Trump?
I'm not voting. Wait, why am I not voting for
Bro
Trump?
thinks he did something with that.
He's racist.
I'm just asking a question.
Well, I mean, many reasons, but the fact that he's racist would be one.
I'm just surprised a racist isn't voting for another racist.
Oh, you think I'm racist? Why?
Why do you not think you're racist?
No, I don't.
Oh, yeah? So you think saying the N-word is okay?
No, I think saying the N-word is racist, right? I could agree that it is a word
So if
that
you
I
knew
said.
it's racist, why you say the N-word?
Well,
Wait, do you think someone who has been bigoted in the past will always be bigoted? Do you think it's possible for someone to not be bigoted?
They always keep that with them. They'll always be with you.
So you think someone
like
who
to
has
clarify.
engaged in some bigotry in the past, right? You think they're always bigoted?
Hillary, thank you so much for the galaxy. I appreciate you.
Never leaves you.
I just want to. Okay, so do you think? Wait, 1 second. Do you think that Trump is racist?
I'd say he done some racist stuff, yeah.
Is he racist?
Wait, so I have a question. Would you try to convince someone who's racist to not be racist, Nick?
Depends
You can't say depends. You just said that you can't change a bigot. So why would you do that?
Yeah, what's the point of advocating against racism
So you
if you can't change?
you can't change someone who's done racist stuff in the past? You can't change them?
Wait, if you can't change them, then why are you talking to them to try to convince them that they're not racist?
Well, I'm saying, do you
Or
think
convince them to not be racist? Sorry.
they'd be racist?
Wait,
Because they're always going to live with that. If they did something in their past that was racist, they're always going to stick by that.
Okay, I have a question. If your friend did something misogynistic in the past, would you try to convince them that they shouldn't be misogynistic?
Probably, yeah.
Why? But they can't change.
What? 1 second. What is racism?
So when you're racist, it's a different race.
Well, tell me what racism is. And Dan, thank you for the galaxy. And Jada, thank you for the $20 on Venmo. I appreciate you, Jada. Let's get some massive W's for Jada down below in the chat. Thank you so much for the $20 on Venmo. And seriously, thank you for the. What a fucking weirdo.
What is your
What is
Bro,
your
What is your
profile
profile picture, bro?
What's wrong with that? You got a problem with that?
What is it?
It's someone doodled on the $5 bill. So being artsy. What, you that sensitive?
What do you mean that sensitive?
Why you care so much?
What do you mean, why do you care so much?
You care so much. You like what's on your profile picture.
Yeah, I'm asking you why.
You're the one who brought it up.
No, can you explain to me why your profile picture is that? Like, why specifically that?
I don't know. I thought it was cool.
And why would it be associated with us being sensitive? What do you mean we're sensitive?
Why'd you have to call me out? Because you literally asked me.
That's like very clearly trying to blackface Abraham Lincoln.
Blackface? Is that what you think?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, so why you think that?
Yeah, because like in the particular
Why do you
photo,
think it's being black?
Yeah, because in the
Is that how
particular
black
photo,
people look?
so if you let me finish here, in the particular photo, you gave Abraham Lincoln an afro, right? And there's particular hair types in which would be necessary to have a natural afro, and those hair types are typically indicative of like certain geographical locations, like located within Africa, and the genes for those hair types are also typically associated as being a phenotypical trait of being black or African. And that is a very common stereotype that is used to represent
we're just
black
acknowledging that
people
you're
by
doing
other
that,
racists.
right?
I didn't do that. I found it off the web.
You're just so cringe, bro. Like actually,
You want me to answer your question now?
Wait, have you ever said something misogynistic in your life? Never? Have you ever held a bigoted opinion? Never? I have a question. Have you ever done something wrong in your life?
Yeah.
Have you changed your behavior?
I mean, depends what you talk about when I did something wrong.
Can you change your behavior? Can you do better?
Yeah.
Yeah? So what makes you think you can do better with something in that scenario, but you couldn't, better like someone's bigotry? Like the fact that you're supporting someone like Donald Trump continually, who perpetuates racism and misogyny today, continually and throughout his entire life.
I mean, I don't care. I mean, he knows what he's doing more than Harris.
He knows what he's doing more than Harris. What do you mean by that? Like, how so? How do you know that? What do you mean he knows more of what he's doing? What are you saying?
He has more experience as president.
More experience as president? So would you vote for Hillary Clinton in 2016?
No.
She had more experience.
She wasn't president.
She had more experience, though.
Wait, isn't like Trump? Isn't like Trump like the GOP's dude because he's like anti-institution, doesn't have experience in politics?
He was already president.
No, why would wait? What was the incentive to vote for Trump in 2016 when he wasn't already president? Like I thought that the incentive.
Well, Hillary wasn't president either.
One moment, the incentive that existed in 2016 was that he was anti-institution, anti-establishment, outside of the government.
And he still won.
Okay, you're so fucking dumb. You don't even understand what I'm saying. Dude, that was insane. That was insane.
Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
Hello?
How old are you?
21.
Are you voting Trump?
Yes, I am.
And why is that?
Because he's just a way better president.
A way better president. Okay, so what do you do that's better?
Border, interest, everything was down, everything was
Interest
lower.
rates relate to the Federal Reserve, has nothing to do with the President of the United States. Secondly, you said border. He undermined the border bill, the bipartisan border bill.
Oh, okay. Well, y'all always talk about other people's history, but you never own up to or talk about Dean's history or hold him to the same standard that you do.
I don't know why you randomly just brought that up, but you understand Dean's done that so many times, right? Like Dean has taken accountability. Dean has actively advocated against these things. We don't see anything near that
bring up
for
other
Trump.
people's past.
I mean, Donald Trump
and everybody else's past, but
because Donald Trump is still the same man who hasn't changed because he can't acknowledge accountability. You understand that, right?
Okay, but
he has
that
not
doesn't make it
actively
any
tried
better.
to become a
Just
better
because
person.
Dean says
Donald
one thing
Trump has
doesn't mean
continued to
anything.
be
Dean
the
is still
exact same
racist,
disgusting
and yet you
person
still
he's been
stand
throughout
right
the
behind
entirety
him
of his life.
every single time. You stand right behind him
Can we
all
also
the time.
one sec? Can we clarify the fact that this actually is something that I talk about like every single day? It's something that I'm not afraid to discuss. It's something that I have incessantly held myself accountable for the last year. This is something that I think is important to talk about. And in fact, I've even turned it into counterexamples and arguments that I now apply in my debates every single day.
Yeah,
And the
that's
fact that you're
fine, but y'all always talk about other people's past.
Yeah, we'll talk about my past too. The difference between me and your dude that is literally running for president is that this fucking 20-year-old, right, has the gut to hold himself accountable for the bad, racist, bigoted shit he's done, change, become a better person, and try to make others undergo that same change. But then your 80-year-old Cheeto running for office.
The best apology is a change in behavior, right? Dean is clearly. Wait, hold up. Goat. Listen. Goat. Listen.
Yeah, but why is he talking about his looks? Isn't that kind of childish?
Goat. Listen, please. So the best apology is changing your behaviors and doing better and actively acknowledging those things are bad and calling that out and trying to educate other people with the same types of prejudices that you grew up with. Okay, we grew up in a misogynistic culture. We grew up in a racist culture, right? What our goal is to do is to unlearn these forms of bigotry and actively advocate for people to be anti these forms of bigotry. Because that creates a better society for our children, for our grandchildren, and for the people that are here after us. Do you want to create a society that's just as harmful for the people here after us? Or do you want to actively change to try to become a better society, to try to become better people?
Exactly, becoming better overall. All of us should become better, even on a day-to-day.
You understand that Donald Trump, if he can't acknowledge when he does bad things or acknowledge when he loses, he never becomes a better person because he always thinks that he is the best. You have to acknowledge or have the ability to become a better person. You can become a better person, and you will if you put in the effort, the time, the dedication, and the education into it. And that's what these platforms are about. This platform is about educating other people to not hold bigoted opinions that have been held by individuals such as us in the past, because we grew up in a racist, in a homophobic, and a sexist culture, right? And we're actively unlearning these things and becoming better people. That's what we're doing here. What do you mean? You disagree that you can change?
No, that we grew up in that culture. I would disagree.
You don't think that there's misogyny and racism, right, and homophobia prevalent in our culture?
No, 100%. But I think that the gay culture or the LGBTQ culture is now more. There's more light shed upon that. Am I wrong?
What?
Wait, so we have done things in terms of activism to help out like GAY people and people who are lesbian in this country, right? But that does not mean we've eroded and gotten rid of the bigotry that exists. The bigotry still exists. Of course,
you're not going to be. That's like Nazi
right?
Germany.
But we've done things to better it, right? That's called. Wait, what you just acknowledged is the whole point that I'm making. That we have become better over time. We can become better over time because we actively acknowledge the bad things, the homophobic nature of our culture, and we actively argue against it and tell people to be anti the homophobic culture that exists because it creates a better society for people who are GAY and for people who are lesbian. Right? It creates a better society for people who are bisexual, for people who are pan, for everyone across the board. It creates a better society for them. And it creates a better society for me and you as well, people who might be straight, right? I don't know if you're straight or not, right? That's what I said. I am straight. I am straight.
Yes, I am as well.
So in terms of this, like, do you understand my point? Why don't you want a better society, right? And actively acknowledge that you can move forward and change, and instead of sit here and try to act like you can't change to try to make some I'm gonna own the libs point. You understand we're coming on here for constructive and productive reasons, and when you just do this, you're engaging in a complete denial of the ability for this society to become better, which you just acknowledged.
No, that's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is y'all always sit here and talk about other people's past and things like that. But then you just like make a turning point when people come up here and talk about Dean's past, and
what did I just say? What did I just say? I just told you the relevant difference, and you didn't listen. You didn't understand any of the things I just said.
I did understand. What you're saying is that he learned from his mistakes.
Yes, you acknowledge those things are bad, right? You do better, and you actively advocate against those things. That is a significant level of change that we should have in a society, and that is the bare fucking minimum. That's what we should do.
And so that automatically makes you a good person.
You can become a better person. Yes.
It makes you a better person.
And you can become a good person by unlearning, right, bigotry, right, and actively advocating against it. You understand that just because you've done things as it relates to those particular things when our society is heavily misogynistic and heavily racist, right, and heavily homophobic, right, you can become better, right? There is a lot of us are misinformed. I understand that a lot of us are misinformed, but you have to acknowledge, instead of just saying, oh, I'm going to keep being misinformed and I'm going to keep doing exactly what I was doing, even if it harms other people, you have to acknowledge that you can do something that limits the harm towards other people because you don't want people to harm your children. You don't want people to harm your grandchildren, and actively are perpetuating a society that will do that. Appreciate the sunglasses. Thank you.
I 100%
Tessa, thank you for the
agree,
$25
but
on
it
Venmo.
doesn't
I
make it-
appreciate
it
you
doesn't
for
make
the
it any
love.
less wrong
Let's get
with
some
what he
W's
did.
for Tessa in the chat. Thank you for the $25. And Rebecca, thank you for the $1. Alexis, thank you for the $5. And Kiki, thank you for the $3 as well. Thank you guys so much. And W Parker's in the chat. This dude is eating.
It doesn't make it anything any less of bad that he did. I understand that he's trying to.
Wait, no shit. Wait, no one is saying that, like, me saying the N-word at 15 was okay. Like, what?
Wasn't there also something that you said like 2 years ago? I saw.
Yeah, when I was 17, yeah. 3 years
Yeah,
ago.
so I mean, you sit here and say that you grew all this and that, like grew better and this that, but that's not that long ago. I mean,
No,
2 years,
I'd say
that goes by in
first
like
of all,
a
it was
flash.
3 years. It's 3 years.
Yeah, almost 3.
Oh,
So,
wait,
so, like,
so
are
do you
you
mind if
saying that you can't
I'd
change
like-
between 17 and 19? Like, let's be totally honest here. Can you change and can you unlearn and actively become a better person between the ages of 17 and 19?
No, you definitely can, but it doesn't
so if you
stop
can-
the fact that he already did it.
Wait, yeah, he never said that it takes away from that.
yeah,
He actively
do you mind if I-
acknowledges that it's bad and that he shouldn't have had those opinions. And he actively acknowledges that he should be anti-homophobic, he should be anti-racist, and he should be anti-sexist, and that's what he's done. And that's what he continues to do every
Yeah,
single day
I would-
and promotes to tens of thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people on the internet to not hold these values. So if you're going to sit here and you're not going to acknowledge that you can become a better person, well then what are you even doing on a live? How are you going to change anyone's mind?
I have a
How are you
great
going to do
question.
anything, right, in terms of any of these conversations? They're not productive. Why are you even on here? You see, it makes no sense for you to be on here, for you to try and change people's opinions or try to create a better society if you acknowledge those points and you don't acknowledge that people can change, especially between the ages of 17 and 19.
Go ahead, Dean.
Yeah, no, Parker's over there cooking. I just have a simple question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How come you're more critical of Dean on TikTok than Trump, the presidential nominee?
Well, I mean, if you're talking about like in what context?
Here's
In
my
the
answer.
context of
It's
it-
because he doesn't care about it.
In the context of expressed racism, historically speaking.
Okay, and how would you?
One moment.
Okay, go ahead.
So, like, Donald Trump, like, denied housing applications to black people in the 70s. Donald Trump, one moment, called all black people lazy in the 90s. Donald Trump called for the death penalty for the exonerated Central Park Five. Donald Trump says he doesn't like black men counting his money. Donald Trump said that Obama shouldn't be able to run for president because he was obviously born in Kenya, even though he's a birth certificate out of Hawaii. Donald Trump said that migrants were poisoning the blood of our country. Donald Trump caused an increase and a spike in hate crimes against Haitians and black people as a whole across America because of his illegitimate false claims of them eating dogs and cat in Springfield. He even said that they were quote unquote illegal.
Well, that's actually true. If you've actually gone there yourself and listened to other people, that's true.
Wait, what's 1 second?
Good.
And then, sorry, next point. You just had a point for me. Did you just say that it was true that Haitians are eating dogs and cat in Springfields, and you could verify that by talking to someone?
I actually have family members that live out there.
Have they seen a Haitian eat a dog or a cat?
They have. I personally haven't, but I have family members.
So how come, Connie? Thank you so much for the love you.
They have personally witnessed this when there hasn't been a single police report of this.
Yeah. Why? So why is there no videos or police reports of this?
Well, that's because, I mean, even if you look at like the FBI stuff and that just came out, that's basically, I don't know if you've looked at all the chart. What?
I'm just so why? So how?
This is repeat calling troll.
So I have a question.
Have you been on this live before?
I've been on your live, Parker.
So where is the police reports or videos of Haitians eating dogs and cats in Springfield?
Yeah, so what I was about to say is even with like
Mary, thank you so much for the $25 on Venmo saying Team Dean. I appreciate you, Mary. Let's get some massive W's for Mary in the chat. Thank you for the love.
And Ryan, thank you so much for the $1.
Talia, thank you so much. I appreciate the $30 on PayPal. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thanks for what you do. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Evelyn, thank you so much for the $1. Chris, thank you so much for the $9. I appreciate it. Rachel, thank you so much for the $10. Shina, thank you so much. I appreciate the $1. Thank you so much. Ashley, thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate it. Lily, thank you so much for the $5. I really appreciate it. Thank you. And Julia, thank you so much for the $5. Kiki, thank you for the $1. Jakari, thank you so much for the $5. Gerard, thank you so much. I appreciate the $15. Thank you so much for that's a sheep, not a goat. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Rebecca, thank you so much for the $1. Stacy, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you very much.
Yeah, this guy's so obviously fucking lying. Whitney, thank you for the $1 on Venmo. So Donald Trump, shut the fuck up. Let me speak.
No, you're not going to talk to me like that.
Yes, anyway, I will. I quite literally will. You want me to do it again?
No.
That's what I thought. You don't want me to do that again.
So
the way that you keep me from doing that again is just by not interrupting me when I speak. Thank you. So anyways, Donald Trump goes on national TV. I'm speaking. Yes, I am. So Donald Trump goes on national TV. He says that Haitians are eating dogs and cats in Ohio. And then J.D. Vance goes on CNN, admits that it was a made-up story. And then we have nonprofits from Springfield, Ohio, sue the Camp and Vance campaign for spreading lies. And then we have absolutely no evidence for Haitians eating cats and dogs in Ohio. We have not one police report. You see Bigotry teacher in the government? I do. Yeah, she is down there. Or one video. But the only evidence that exists for this is Goat reporting that members of his family have seen that. So do you see how you're just so obviously like fucking lying, and it's just so weird?
Dude, that's good evidence.
It's so good evidence.
Goat on TikTok, great fucking evidence.
I know.
Great fucking evidence.
So great. Yo, OLU, thank you for the $10 on PayPal. And Annabelle, thank you for the $10 as well for growing and changing. W's for OLU and Annabelle. Thank you both.
And Gianna, thank you so much for the $5 for explaining basic concepts to grown people. Jeremiah, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. I don't bring people up from the Venmos, by the way. Gwen, thank you so much for the $2. I appreciate it. Debbie, thank you so much for the $11. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much.
Okay, so
and
if
then
you don't
also
mind,
Marin, thank you so much for the
pivot.
$2. And Christina, thank you so much for the $3. Thank you. And Evelyn, thank you for the $1.
Yuri, thank you for the $1.
So would you like me to respond to that or bring up my next point?
No, feel free to respond, man.
So
Norma, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love.
You don't have to believe what I have to say at all, but I mean that's just like you don't have to believe certain news outlets and.
Darlin, I appreciate you for the subscription.
articles.
So, how did your family members know that a Haitian migrant was eating a dog?
They saw it firsthand. They're in.
How do you identify?
How did they know that they're a Haitian migrant?
I mean, I guess they wouldn't. I guess they would be quote unquote profiling, but.
Oh, okay. So they profiled someone. Okay.
So just to clarify, your evidence for Haitian migrants eating cats and dogs in Springfield, Ohio, is a second-hand account of racial profiling that you have no evidence for. Wow.
Sure. Okay. Anyway,
Emerson, thank you for the $50 on Venmo. Holy crap. I appreciate you so much for the love, Emerson. That is literally so kind of you. Emerson says for showing someone can actually change and be better. Hang in there and F dumb basses just like this dude. I appreciate you for the love, Emerson. Let's get some massive W's for Emerson down below in the chat. That is so incredibly kind of you. Thank you, seriously. And Gwen, thank you for the $2. And Jeremiah, thank you for the $5. Thank you, guys. Stephanie, thank you.
So to bring up my next point, y'all always sit here and belittle other people's appearance, mainly Trump's, but yet you want America to take a step in the right direction, but yet you're belittling somebody else.
Take a step in the right direction.
Sorry, I said he was orange.
Fascists.
My bad.
No, I think that America will take an absolutely great step in the direction it should if we start.
Parker, with that type of mindset, that would just be like just being Dean just said the N-word. That doesn't make it any right. What are you talking about?
What the fuck?
You said, "Oh, I just called him orange." Okay, then he just said the N-word. That logic.
Did you just say that like me calling Trump orange is equivalent to someone saying the N-word?
No, what I'm saying is both of them are I would say a little bit racist and a little bit.
What the fuck? What the hell?
You just said it was racist for me to say that.
Have you been
Donald Trump is
critical? One
orange.
second. Hey, Donald Trump made fun of a disabled reporter and he slurred Kamala Harris, calling her the R slur.
When?
He slurred Kamala Harris and called her an R slur in the last 2 weeks.
Can I
He
hear
made
that
fun of a
clip?
disabled reporter. I'm not
We
going to
can't play the
clip of the
clip.
R slur in my life. And he made fun of a disabled reporter 2 years ago. How do you feel about those two?
Okay, where do
events?
I go and find this clip? Supposedly.
How do you no? Wait a
Wait, so
second. How do you
it's
feel about those two
specifically him
occurrences?
saying it at a donor event?
Could
Saying-
look up
saying
Trump
what? Sorry.
You could look up Trump makes fun of disabled reporter. You'll find a video. You could look up Trump calls Kamala Harris the R slur. You'll find a video.
Where did you find this? CNN?
Dude, it's clips of him. It is clips. It is video and it is audio.
Oh, okay.
What the fuck are you talking about? So, anyways, I'm going to clarify. How do you feel about those two things?
I mean, if that is true, that's not good at all. I mean.
Oh, okay. Wait.
Yeah.
You're saying earlier that people shouldn't support me because I said the N word when I was 14, right?
Correct. Yes.
Okay. And if saying the N word is equivalent to calling Donald Trump orange or like equivalent to Donald Trump,
I mean, you're making fun of his looks.
Wait, I know. Actually, I
One
want to
second.
ask about
Can-
that.
oh.
I'm sorry. I really want to.
Y-
Like, he
yeah,
thinks
I
it's
just wanted to finish
racist
that
for me
point
to
out.
say that Donald Trump is orange. Explain to me how that's racist.
So one, he's not orange. Two,
are you serious?
I'm very serious. Even just look at the picture right
Really? Do you
above.
want me to show you a
Bean's
picture?
head. Look at the picture right above Bean's head.
That's because he was outside sweating all day, and
crazy.
The spray tan
he's
fell
not
off.
Orange, correct?
Okay, so in that circumstance, he wasn't orange, right? But I'm saying he typically is orange when he has his.
So are you
his,
saying it's
spray
bad
tan
for
on.
women to wear makeup?
So I'm not saying it's bad for him to use spray tan. I just think it's kind of funny.
But it's a little belittling of his look, correct?
If someone did clown makeup, right? I think that would be funny. Right? Does that mean that I think it's wrong to use makeup? in
I'm
that
so
context?
fucking sorry, but Trump's spray tan is not a protected attribute or class. I'm so goddamn sorry for making fun of a fascist, wannabe dictator, rapist, racist, misogynist, fucking spray tan. Spare me. God
Dean,
damn
how
it.
dare you be racist to us orange people?
You snowflake.
Okay?
You
Dean,
How can you
please
even
stop.
say that somebody-
Please stop, Dean. What are you
Oh my
doing?
God.
How
Hey.
dare you do this to us? Please stop it right now. Stop it
That's too
right now.
funny. Oh, that's too funny.
I don't want to hear it anymore.
That is actually
I am with
comedic
Goat now.
gold.
We're with Goat.
That is
Please
comedic
stop
gold.
it.
That is literally
Please
comedic
stop.
gold. I have a couple people to thank here on Venmo real quick.
Okay,
give
go
me a
ahead.
second. OLU, thank you for the $10 on PayPal. W's for OLU in the chat. And Yuri, thank you for the $3. Gwyn, thank you for the $2. And Joshua, thank you for the $13. Let's get some massive W's for Joshua. Lonnie, thank you for the $1. Yuri, thank you for the $1. Brianna, thank you for the $5. And Gwyn with the $6. Thank you, Joshua, Brianna, and Gwyn. I also got to thank Emma. Thank you so much for the $10 on Venmo. W's for Emma in the chat. Jeremiah, thank you for the $5.
Okay, be quiet with your orangeophobia, everyone. Please. Okay. Annabelle, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Whitney, thank you so much for the $1 for Orange Lives Matter. Thank you very much. Tessa, thank you for the $25. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Mary with the $20. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Mary. Francis, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much. I appreciate
Nicole,
it. Thank
thank you
you.
for the subscription.
And Emerson with the
Hello, can you hear me?
$50 on Venmo. Thank you so much, Emerson. Can we get some W's for Emerson in the chat? Thank you so much. These are everyone supporting the Annoying Orange Fund, everyone. Okay. Amber, thank you for the $5. Thank you so much. Stop engaging in racism towards Donald Trump and I because we are orange.
Heidi, thank you for the
Please
$10
stop
on
it.
Venmo. I really appreciate you, Heidi. Let's get some massive W's in the chat for Heidi right now with the $10 on Venmo. That's very kind of you. Thank you so much. Listen, go.
Trisha, I am orange. You glad?
Oh, man.
I didn't send $2. Yes, I am orange. Orange, I am glad. Yes. Heidi, thank you for the $10. Thank you.
Tree, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. That's too funny.
I had to fit like the annoying orange vibe now.
I know.
Anyway,
now you're
Dean,
in it.
I feel like you couldn't even
man.
be talking about other people being racist, seeing as how
here we go.
Oh
you're
my.
very
Do you mind
racist.
if I'd
Hey,
love
buddy.
to respond to this?
But that's
You're speaking over an annoying orange individual. So please stop that. Let me speak. You're suppressing
Parker, this
me.
is
I
very
promise.
mature of you.
What do you mean? You just said it was racist for me to say that Donald Trump is orange. What are you talking about? I am annoying orange. What are you talking about, brother?
Yeah, very mature. Very.
Okay, yeah, go. Make your point.
With what? Sorry, all of your donations and
Yeah,
bullshit.
you were saying that it was like I can't call Donald Trump racist. Make that point, please.
Yeah, because you literally are racist. That would be
Okay,
like.
do you think that Trump is racist?
No.
Okay,
No.
so please explain to me how I'm racist, but Donald Trump isn't racist.
Has Donald Trump ever used the N-word?
No, I don't think to our knowledge. I mean, he probably has.
Yeah.
We just don't.
Especially publicly, correct?
What? 1 second. What's that, Parker? Yeah, I mean, he probably has, but if you want to know what we have like documented,
actual documented.
So
and
he
you
denied
can't hearsay.
he denied housing applications to black people. Oh wait, will you mute the mic?
When?
Real quick. He denied housing applications to black people because they're black in 1973, right? It was pursued.
Was that before his presidential run?
Yes, it was.
So that means he can learn from it, correct?
He said the N-word on The Apprentice. Okay, so he actually has said the N-word. So I want to clarify what?
That's a lie.
Wait 1 second. Wait. I want to clarify this. What? So I'm racist for saying the N-word at 14 years old, growing, acknowledging my change, holding myself accountable, and trying to change others. But Donald Trump isn't racist, even though he denied housing applications to black people because they're black, has never acknowledged or apologized. Explain to me that.
So he said this. He said, because you are black, I do not want to
Danny, thank you for the $20 on Venmo. I really appreciate you for the love. Let's get some massive W's in the comment section for Danny. Thank you so much,
And the answer
Danny.
is yes, Goat.
Yeah, so yeah, he was the DOJ of the state of New York pursued a civil litigation against him for doing this. He had to place ads in New York State newspapers saying that he would now rent to black people. He had to make an assigned affidavit to the state and federal government saying that he would no longer racially profile or discriminate in his application processes. And he had to settle for some unknown amount with a state DOJ. Yeah.
Okay.
So I just want to clarify: how am I racist, but he isn't?
Well, I wasn't informed of all of that. I mean, if he's specifically saying that he is not going to rent because of their skin color, then
yeah, and I could actually give you another quote from Donald Trump too. Would you like it?
Oh, yes, sure.
Okay, phenomenal. So here's a quote from Donald Trump in 1991. Quote unquote, I've got black accountants at Trump Castle and at Trump Plaza, black guys counting my money. I hate it. The only kind of people I want counting my money are the short guys wearing yarmulkes. Those are the only kind of people I want counting my money, no one else. Besides that, I'll tell you something else. I think that guy's lazy. And it's probably not his fault because laziness is a trait in black with an S at the end, black people. And then in 1997, he attributed that quote to himself, believing that it was probably accurate.
Okay, and that was 1991.
Zid, thank you so much for the $1.11. Carfina, thank you so much for the $5. Alondra with the $20 for the Annoying Orange Fund. Thank you so much. Brody, thank you for the $10. Thank you so much for I love you. Keep it up. Thank you so much. Ken, thank you for the $20. Thank you so much. I appreciate it, Ken. Natalie, thank you for the $1. Thank you so much. Emily, thank you so much for the $1. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. And Kathy, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you.
And Heidi, thank you for the $10. Tree, thank you for the $5. Yep.
So then, with all of the stuff that he, with his first presidency,
Brianna, thank you for the $5 on PayPal. I appreciate you for the love. And Gwen, thank you for the $6 as well.
with all of the opportunities that he gave black people.
Like what?
I mean, it wasn't specific. I guess it wasn't specifically for black
Can you
people.
give me one example of how he benefited black people during his presidency?
Lower cost on everything. I mean, it benefited everybody.
Lower cost. So actually, inflation went up under his admin, as it does under every president, because inflation is expected, normal, and gradual.
So you're saying for the cost of things went up between
things were
Obama
more
and Trump.
costly under Obama and Trump. Yeah. That's not something bad Trump did. Inflation is bound to occur. Who cares, right? But prices didn't go down.
So hold up, it didn't go down, so it didn't move at all.
No, it was year by year inflation, 1.5 to 2.5%. That's just kind of what happens.
2.13, 2.45%, and then it went down in the next year.
Yeah, that's just kind of what happens.
Hearts.
So it wasn't his fault, in other words.
No, it wasn't.
Neither was inflation under the Biden-Harris administration.
But
it would be his fault when he wants 10 to 20% universal tariffs, bud.
But I just want to clarify. You said that he benefited black people by making prices go down. He didn't. So how did he benefit black people under his presidency? What is one thing he did for black Americans while he was president?
Just the living experience on everything. I don't
like what? Like what?
The living was better. If you're talking
Living
about
was better. Like how so?
The gas prices, for instance.
How did Donald Trump cause gas prices to go down?
He didn't. He just remained it just remained the same.
So I asked you.
Actually,
I asked you
it
to
went
name.
up in price.
I asked you to name one thing that Donald Trump did for Black Americans.
So 20.
Hey, go. No, shut up. Be quiet. Be quiet. I asked you to name one thing that Donald Trump did for Black Americans while he was president. You said gas prices went down. Not only did gas prices not go down, but he didn't cause the gas prices to go down. So once again, name one thing that Donald Trump did for Black Americans while he was president.
I mean, I don't do this for a job every single day, so I mean, I would have to.
You know what? Fuck it. Name one thing Donald Trump did for Americans while he was president.
But by the way, our vote is equivalent.
The border was
actually
at
your
all
vote
time
probably
low
means more than
under
mine.
Trump. What are you talking about?
Wait, so what name one piece of policy or legislation that Trump influenced to get passed and enacted for the border under his term that benefited the border?
Like I said, I couldn't exactly.
Terrible, fucking terrible.
What I could tell you is, I mean, the abortion. I mean.
Oh, wait. You think that overturning Roe v. Wade helped Americans? You know what? We're going to go ahead and wrap this back into the conversation that we're just having. It actually disproportionately negatively affected Black women. Why? We see one of the predominant reasons that women seek abortions is because of financial issues and socioeconomic discrepancies. We see.
But isn't there government funding for that?
One moment. We see that the average Black American has worse off socioeconomic standings compared to the average white American due to slavery and its aftermath, so that actually disproportionately negatively impacted Black women and Black families. So, that actually hurt America and disproportionately affected Black women when we were just having a conversation about how you thought Donald Trump was so good for Black Americans.
And Julia, thank you so much for $5. And Brazen, thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much, Brazen.
Isn't there government funding for that?
The way that abortions are funded has literally nothing to do with our conversation. Some states have public programs to fund abortions. Some don't. Some have like private nonprofits. Some don't. It's completely irrelevant though. Like that. Like what? That question is conceptually relevant to what we've been talking about to the same degree. If you ask,
what I'm saying is, you said they're having financial hardships with having a child, correct?
Yes, so that's going to be one of the predominant reasons.
Yeah, so there's government funding for food, correct?
Oh wait, you think that we could subsidize families 100%?
No, that's not what I'm saying. But if you fit under a certain category, then you can get government funding.
No, you can't completely and totally government fund a kid.
No. Listen,
I appreciate it.
What I'm saying is, your food, either a portion and or all of it would be covered. Then.
No. Under what?
Yes,
what pays for children's food?
EBT.
Okay, so
EBT.
So EBT is actually just gonna. So under EBT, you can apply for that if you don't have a kid, right? And then guess what? You're still not able to pay for all of your food. And then if you have a kid, it's actually diverting resources to the kid.
A portion. That's what I said. A portion.
What the fuck are you talking about? I said that overturning Roe v. Wade disproportionately negatively impacted Black women, and you're
because of financial hardships, correct?
Yeah. No government system solves those qualms.
I'm reaching into the financial hardships. That's what I'm talking
Wait,
to.
who passed EBT?
I'm not too sure.
Democrats. Name one policy ever influenced to get passed by Republicans in Congress ever that was built for members of the low class.
It doesn't. If it's helping the upper class, usually it trickles down into the lower class and middle class anyway.
Oh my fucking god! No, trickle-down economics actually don't work. If we want to reference Donald Trump's trickle-down economics tax plan, the 2017 TCGA, we actually have a Brookings study that indicate that there was no increase in business investment on the macro scale, which completely disputes the idea that decreasing taxes on corporations or the ultra wealthy will cause a greater incentive for them to pay their employees better or to reinvest back into their business to further spur the economy. That's false.
Right. So were taxes higher or lower when Trump was in office?
Lower, literally. Yeah, they were lower.
Oh, okay.
Wait.
So you would say
taxes are higher right now?
Yeah. Would you say that taxes are higher now? Sorry, you got the point. You could take it.
I know what you're about to say. You're about to say, oh, taxes are higher because we're still under the Donald Trump bill, correct?
Yeah, no, taxes literally are higher right now than they were in 2017 because some parts of the TCJA that Trump influenced to get passed sundowned, right, which were predominantly tax cuts for the middle class. But this is a complete and drastic pivot away from the conversation that we've been.
So why didn't Joe Biden and Harris try to get that fixed?
Oh, if they didn't have the congressional approval, will you respond to the fact that Republicans?
And why is that? Did they even try?
Oh, because congressional approval for tax policy occurs every 10 years.
Okay, so you're saying even in a hardship that they cannot change how taxes work.
Pretty much.
Okay.
Dude, I'm gonna be honest. Like, do you know anything about politics?
I don't do this for a job every single day.
No
like
shit. No fucking shit.
Yeah.
Big mouth.
I work for the
Galaxy. I
United
appreciate
States
you for the love.
Air Force.
Thank you so much for the love.
I work in the military.
Will, thank you so much for the $10 on PayPal. I appreciate you for the
every
love.
single day.
And Katharina, thank you for the $5 on PayPal as well. And Mia, thank you so much for the $1 as well. The only reason why I'm being mean to you is because you just came up here to be so like intellectually dishonest and disingenuous. It's like fucking insane.
No,
like,
but what
the
I'm
reason
saying
that I'm
is
pressing you
I
hard right
actually have
now
an actual
is because
job.
you came. Oh,
I have an actual job.
We don't have a real job.
Wait, can you define job for me, please? Can you define real job?
I mean, me personally, I would say, fighting for your country every single day.
No, okay. What is a job? Because I can tell you, right? For example, someone doing some sort of desk job, right, wouldn't necessarily be defined as fighting for America. And also, dodging the draft definitely is not fighting for America.
Dodging you're talking about, I'm guessing, the speculation on JD Vance?
Say that one more time?
The speculation on JD Vance for dodging the draft or whatever?
No, that was on Trump. Trump dodged the draft.
And what about your
can
boy
you tell
Tim
me what a
Walz?
job is?
What about your boy Tim Walz then?
He didn't dodge the draft.
No, but he talks about how he fought overseas multiple different times and this, that.
Okay, can you acknowledge my point? What is a job?
Well, I would say doing a trade and receiving money.
Doing a trade and receiving money. That's you understand that we engage in something where we receive money.
Correct, but isn't that donations?
Yeah.
From other people, so it's coming out of other people's pockets.
Okay, that's how every business works. Okay, do you think someone who does concerts has a job?
Yeah.
Okay, why do they have a job but I
They're a
don't?
singer, so or
Why
rapper.
do they have a job but I don't?
You made a good point. Yeah. I could see.
Wow, that is I think the first person that I've heard do that. Crazy. So I do have a job. So you just saying I don't have a real job you agree is bullshit.
Yeah. So is your sole pay just donations?
Yeah, just people sending it over TikTok.
Oh, so you don't?
Venmo,
It's not
Cash
like
App,
from
PayPal.
Hey, anonymous donor, thank you for the $1 on Venmo. I appreciate you for the love. Thank you so much.
So it's not actually from like an organization or anything?
From a what?
It's not actually from like an organization. It's just from like donations.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean Taylor Swift does give me $1 million paychecks a day.
Oh, okay.
From like the DNC Illuminati.
It worked?
Gotcha.
We'd have to leave like really soon.
Okay, that's fine. Is that it?
I don't know. Y'all tell me. Sounds like y'all got something better to do.
So you agree? Again, we do have a job. Now what would you bring that up for? That was obviously an obfuscation from the argument.
No, it was just a point. I don't know. Not too sure.
Get cooked, buddy.
I got cooked?
Yep.
Okay. Sure. But when Trump wins, just don't pout about it too bad.
Okay, so are you going to pout about it when Kamala wins?
No, I'm going to just move on and then live in misery because I won't have any money.
How is she going to make it so that you have no money?
I mean, y'all always talk about her
Thom,
father.
Thom, thank you so much for the $25 on Venmo for the real job. I appreciate you for the love, Thom. Let's get some massive W's in the chat for Thom. Thank you for the $25.
FIFA, thank you so much for the $2.50. Thank you.
And sorry, Oscar, I appreciate you
and
for the
this
love.
and that. But when she was asked, would she do anything differently than Joe Biden, she said no, which I think is just insane.
So, okay, I don't see how that's a response to anything I just said. What we were just talking about. Jen Tessa, thank you so much for the $5 for donation time. Thank you so much.
I forgot. It had something to do with that, though. I
Something
promise.
to do with it.
Yeah,
All right, buddy.
I forgot exactly what we were.
Oh, Mia, thank you so much. I appreciate the dollar. Thank you. Okay, all right. Anything else?
But anyway, no.
Let's go on this next person. Only send a guest request if you will be voting for Trump in 2024. We can always go somewhere else. Yo, what's up? How old are you? Hello?
I am 49.
Are you voting Trump? Yo, what's up? How old are you?
Can you hear me? Yes, I am voting Trump.
Hello?
I am 49.
Are you voting
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move on to our next guest here. Juliet, I appreciate you for the $5 on Venmo. Thank you so much. By the way, guys, we are going to be hopping off of here soon, but we'll probably be back.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know how much time we have tonight.
We'll see.
Maybe a few hours tonight, because, we don't have any time constraints. Maybe we'll do, a Q&A thing.
Yeah, I mean, me and Parker, we're, both, addicted to going live. We'll probably end up doing something.
We'll probably end up doing something.
Yeah.
Today's been a long day.
Today has been a long
Coming
day.
out, everyone.
Yeah, today has been a long day. But, yeah, we're...
Big stuff coming out, everyone. I'm serious, everyone. We didn't
Yo!
with today.
Whoa, who sent that? K with the boost down. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, we are in the same room. Look at that.
Holy crap. Yeah, we are in the same room. Dude, that was crazy. Low WK's
Let's
in the
fucking go.
chat.
Thank you so much for the boost town. Thank you so much, Nisar. Thank you so much for the $20. Thank you so much for having a difficult job that I could never do, and I support it, that you do it every day. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. Thank you. And Juliet, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm so addicted to going live. I love this so much. I love it so much. Mari, thank you so much. I
Marcellus, thank you
appreciate
for
the
the $10
$10. Thank you
Venmo.
so much.
So me and Parker are going to be getting off here in about 6 minutes to go get some dinner. Last night in LA, so me and Parker are going to go out get some grub. We rarely treat ourselves, and tonight we are going to treat ourselves. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the plan. And we also just need to eat. I guess maybe eating isn't drinking.
No, I said if I can even eat.
For real. Autumn, thank you so much for the $20. I really appreciate you for the love. Let's get some W's for Autumn down below the chat. Thank you so much. W's for Autumn. Thank you so much for the $20. And SRIN, thank you so much for the $5 on Venmo. Honestly, in 5 minutes, I don't know if that's enough time for a debate.
Well, we can get another one. We can try.
Yeah, just
Will,
try it
thank you
out.
so much for the $10. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Yo,
I appreciate
Jules,
it, Will.
thank you so much for the $15 on Venmo towards the dinner fund. No, stop it. Don't do it. Thank you for
Renee,
the $15.
thank you for the $5 for thank you for educating the masses. And Tree, thank you so much for the $10. Thank you so much for the date. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for the blood. But W's in the chat, y'all. Thank you so much. It is so incredibly kind of you. Let's see who this is.
Parker?
Yeah, it's named Parker. Brazen, thank you. Oh, that's to you. That's so incredibly kind of you. Thank you once again for the $15, Jules. Incredibly kind, incredibly kind. We will put that towards the dinner. That
The
will be
lights
the
today
dinner.
are killing me.
Maybe it is good that we're hopping off a little early.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Reagan, thank you so much. I appreciate the $5. Thank you so much. Francis, thank you so much for the $20. For thanks, Parker, for fighting for women. Thank you so much.
Shit, I accidentally just kicked Parker. I'm back in the queue. Everyone give us a second. Parker's coming right back up.
Yo, thank you so much. Carolee, thank you so much for the $30. Thank you so much for having fun in LA. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
Paige, thank you with the $20 on PayPal towards the dinner. I really appreciate you, Paige. Let's show some love to Paige down below. That is so incredibly kind of you. Thank you so much, Paige.
Andy, thank you so much for the $5. Thank you so much for the last few minutes, everyone. I am taking requests to do things to Dean real quick. Everyone, like with a pillow.
Don't do it.
Like, should I?
Don't do it, guys. You know what? I'll take requests to do it to fucking Parker. We have 3 minutes on the stream.
No,
I'll do it to Parker.
No, they don't.
You want to
accept-
see?
No.
You want to see Parker get bullied more than you want to see me get bullied, and that's
No,
a fact.
no.
Now that's a fact, chat.
No, that's
a
totally not
fucking
true.
fact.
That's totally
you want to
false, buddy.
see? You want to see Parker get bullied
You're
a
totally
little bit
lying,
more
bro.
than me? Nope. Someone in the chat said weird. We're having fun, okay? Boo. You're pretty funny.
You're a weirdo, dude.
Yeah. Whoever commented weird, I bet you're funny.
I bet you were made fun of in high school. I was.
I wasn't made fun
And
of
in middle
high
school.
school. I was made fun of like middle school and elementary though.
Yeah, no, I was made fun of middle school and high school. You know, all the time.
Well, my thank you for the $3 on PayPal. I appreciate it.
Tree, thank you so much for the $5 for the pillow fight. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Alondra, thank you so much for the $1.15. Annie, thank you so much for the $5. Tessa, thank you so much for the adore Dean, but bop him with a pillow. Crazy. Trisha, thank you so much for the $8. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I will check that.
Oh dear God, what is going on? There's what a night. He's gonna do it. Oh my God. He's gonna do it again. It was one time. Hey, all right, yo, one time's enough.
I felt like it.
Oh my dear God, ladies and gentlemen, you look at this madness. Now he's doing a Fortnite dance. You got that for free. Tree, thank you for the $5 on Venmo. Tree says impersonate each other. My name is
I got you.
Thank you so much for the $50 on Venmo. Oh my gosh, thank you so much. Thank you some W's right now in the chat for them right now. Thank you so much. Let's go. W's, at least 5,000 W's in the chat right now for Ashley. Thank you so much.
Hey man, I'm hype. Thank you for the promo. This guy's giving me free promo over here, showing how hype I am to the chat. That's why you should be a part of the Dean Team Dream Team. That's a fact. Dear God, guys, we are so fucking... Oh God, we're fucked. We're fucked, guys. Jesus Christ, we need to give it up. Elizabeth with the $20 on Venmo to destroy the Parker.
I'm not gonna lie, the zipper hit me in the eye.
Oh shit, really? Oh God, now I feel terrible.
My eyes kind of tearing up.
Oh my God, okay. Wait, I actually just heard him. Dude, one of the groypers on Twitter is going to screen record that and be like, Dean committed a federal crime.
Dean assaulted another individual on stream. Now we have to cancel him. First,
Oh, that's terrible.
how can we let him do this?
Wait, I can't hear you. Can you guys hear Parker?
Hello. Shannon, thank you so much for the $2. Thank you so much, Travis, for the $20.
Can you guys
Thank
hear
so
Parker?
much. Alicia, thank you so much for the $5.
Wait.
Thank you.
You guys can?
You unplugged your shit. No.
Oh, is it me?
Wait, people can't hear me? We can't.
It's because it's muted through the device. Don't know how that happened.
Okay.
I see, I thought I fucked it up.
Okay, everyone. Thank you so much, Hannah. I appreciate the $5 for the lawyer fund. Thank you so much. That's fucking needed. That's really fucking needed.
Yeah, it's
Tracy, thank you for
needed.
the $20. Thank you so much because you're awesome. Thank you. Alicia, thank you so much for the $5. I appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Chad, we got to go.
For the healthcare fund, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
We got to head off here. Chat, we love you all. We may be back later. Who knows? Everybody, go find your favorite creator to raid. Show them some love. Make sure to hit the follow button on the way out. Follow Parker. I really want to get Parker 2 million followers in like the next 2 weeks.
That's not gonna happen.
I just everyone just Parker to 1 mil. I want to see it in the chat. I want to see it in the Discords. I want to see it everywhere. But all right, love you guys. We're gonna go ahead and head off for the night. Peace out, gang.